Lunshan Temple in Taiwan invites people of all religions to go meatless before Mazu's birthday. Miaoli Tzu Chi volunteers prepare blessed packages to encourage frontline medical professionals. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. The pandemic is overwhelming and different religions in Taiwan have called for adopting vegetarianism, hoping to stabilize people's minds. The chairman of Lunshan Temple, through Facebook posts, appealed to people to go meatless for 3 days before Mazu's birthday.
Vegetarianism is being promoted in various government departments. People are advised to adjust their eating habits.
Colleagues from the Religion and Customs Division told me to order vegetarian lunch boxes for them.
You will find that nature is slowly fighting back and even animals are fighting back, so I want to go vegetarian to remind everyone.
The chairman of Lunshan Temple, Huang has adopted vegetarianism for 32 years. At this moment, he appeals to everyone to go meatless.
In the past, whenever there was a disaster in a country, kings would bathe and change clothes and go meatless for 3 days, and then ban animal slaughter in the whole country.
Everyone can make 3 wishes and vow to go meatless together.
We have killed a lot of animals for food. We are everything, right? Sorry, I can't help crying.
The message was sent by me. I wish everyone can go vegetarian for 3 days to protect sentient beings and prevent the epidemic. We also invite other temples to pray together.
The chairman of Lunshan Temple posted a message on Facebook personally to gather the power of different religions. Lunshan Temple has set the 12 to 14 of April, which is 3 days before Mazu's birthday, to promote adopting vegetarian diets by all people. Its influence has crossed different races and ethnicities. And the When Buddha Meets the Gods events will call for more than 700 temples in Taiwan to respond on the 5th of April.
There are so few outbreaks in Taiwan, the so-called confirmed cases are all from outside. This is actually a blessing for Taiwanese.
Let's pray for Taiwan and the world. It is hoped that vegetarianism will inspire goodwill and eliminate fear, so that everybody's life can be back on track as soon as possible.
Tzu Chi Foundation is arranging a special charity campaign to support their care recipients in Taiwan. In Taichung's Taiping, this campaign was carried out by sending care recipient children things they need to help smooth out their educational path.
Amidst the rain, 20-some volunteers from Taiping district of Taichung head out to care recipients' homes. First is Miss Lai, who is 34 and does odd jobs for a living. Her husband and father-in-law both have cancer. Her 2 children, one who is 6, another who is 3, are also suffering health problems. One child has eczema while the other has congenital heart problems.
He was pretty excited. He was looking very forward to the arrival of his desk.
Tzu Chi volunteers brought a new desk and desk lamp for the children.
He used to do his homework on the living room table, and when my father-in-law watches TV there, it doesn't give him a quiet place to do homework.
It is estimated 6 families are receiving Tzu Chi's love. Thus, the volunteers continue to the next care recipient's home. The 7-year-old lives with her nanny.
This child's father has mental and physical disabilities and lives in a nursing home. Her mother is Indonesian, and after she divorced her husband, she left the country.
The young one is very well behaved and adored by the nanny like her own. Under the light of the new desk lamp, the little girl shows off her writing.
This new desk lamp is easier to move the light source. The old one was more difficult, and the light's brightness is not the same. Lamps now have eye protection properties.
The volunteers give material aid, but it also translates into love and care for the recipients.
A Sartor senior in Yunlin, Mr. Huang has oral cancer and suffered a brain stroke. He barely has a place to sleep when the rain leaks in. Hence, Tzu Chi volunteers help to improve his living environment so he can have a better life. After the sono blessing, Mr. Huang moved into his brand new home.
It used to leak whenever it rained. It would leak inside even if I was sleeping downstairs. After Tzu Chi fixed it for me, it no longer leaks now.
Volunteers changed the windows in the kitchen, the exhaust fan, the water heater, and repainted his walls. They've also waterproofed his rooftop so water would no longer leak in.
Before, the rain would leak from the third floor to the first floor. He was sleeping on the second floor, but later, he couldn't even sleep there.
Mr. Huang's house is now clean and bright after the renovations. It's hard to imagine that it was dirty as a landfill just a few months ago.
Mr. Huang lived alone and he suffered from oral cancer and a brain stroke. Hence, he was unable to clean his house. Tzu Chi volunteers assessed his situation and decided to help organize his house.
There are many things that the government or district office cannot help or subsidize, so we are thankful to Tzu Chi volunteers for the chance to give assistance.
Consider Mr. Huang's sincere religious belief, volunteers also brought him a new shrine.
I'm here to thank all your brothers and sisters with a joyful heart.
Now that he has a clean living environment that improved his body and mind, Mr. Huang hopes to save his living expenses to help others in need so great love can continue. Nantou Tzu Chi recipient Mr. Lin and his wife live in an old and dirty house and both are unable to clean the place. Hence, volunteers visited Mr. Lin to help him repair and warm up his new home.
The volunteers helped the care recipients to put up spring couplets to bring in some auspiciousness. Spring couplets in the home as well as the front door helps give a celebratory feel to this housewarming event with some 20 volunteers.
I'm so happy everyone came today.
Walking into the remodeled home, the 46 to 49 meters square metal shack is now looking new.
The space inside was very dirty and messy, so we repainted the walls and replaced the stove, which was originally small and hazardous. We've also replaced the cooking vent.
The interior has been repainted, the roof is leak-proof and heat-proof. The rooms have shelves and closets to help organization.
We've arranged things according to his space, and it's easier to put things away now.
The homeowner, Mr. Lin, is a Tzu Chi care recipient, and his wife has mental illness and is unable to help clean the home. When the old place was broken and needed repairs, Tzu Chi came in to help solve the problem and organize the home.
The inside was really messy and cluttered before. It's nice and clean now. Yes, much more comfortable.
An orderly house helps to give Mr. Lin and his wife a more comfortable, secure living situation.
In Huang, Taichung, an 86-year-old mother had hamster and her son took care of her daily life. He also does recycling and volunteer for his mother. Now he has become a Tzu Chi member and vowed to help more in need. On this chill morning, volunteers visit warmed the 86-year-old grandma's heart. Holding the volunteer's hand tightly on her chest, the grandma expressed her love to them.
Every time I came, the grandma always said why I'm leaving so early and why I don't stay a bit longer.
This friendship has lasted for 5 or 6 years. The grandma's son has been doing recycling to express his gratitude to Tzu Chi.
布置啦，搬桌椅他都很。He's willing to help set up venues or move chairs. He's very diligent.
He also raises the love with friends around him to do good deeds together.
然后跟他讲，他如果有多赚，他就多缴，就这个月份的哦。
哦，好棒好棒啊！继续加油。
He has made impacts among his friends. He will promote vegetarianism, teaching recycling concepts, also fundraise.
甚至现在在募款。
礼拜到礼拜，那
Afa has also been taking care of his mother's living.
The time when she fell, I let her lie there for half an hour before carrying her up. I'm afraid she would have bone fracture.
When she can move freely, she can still volunteer. Now her son is volunteering for her. She's very happy. Afa also cherishes the time to be with his mother because he knows that the best time to be filial is now. There are about 1,500 people doing home quarantine now in Miaoli County. However, the county government has limited budget and 8 items to support them. Tzu Chi Foundation has offered the county government care packages to ease the situation.
分成3个动线，那3个动一个动线有2边这样子。
Volunteers lined up, wore masks, and kept a safe distance as they started to pack.
The books must be a pair. I worried that the cocoa power may be broken, so I need to be extra careful about it.
Every step requires careful act. Volunteers pass the package down the line in order to work efficiently.
Friday, we received the message, and we got the supplies the next day in the afternoon. Yesterday, we received Master Zheng Yan's blessing letter, and today morning, we started packing the items together.
I'm contributing a bit of my efforts. It's very touching to be at the venue today.
1,000 packages have been sent to the county government building. The government officers also came to help.
Our budget is almost gone, and we appreciate Tzu Chi sincerely for showing the great love spirit at this very moment. Tzu Chi contacted us actively when they learned about our situation.
There are about 1,500 people in home quarantine in Miaoli County now. The county government hopes to deliver the care package as soon as possible. For the past 2 months, volunteers have been going to Chunshe recycling station in Taichung to make cloth masks. Let's meet some of these dedicated volunteers there.
The sounds of sewing machines operating can be heard all around here.
I'm in charge of cutting off the head. If they don't sew them right, I'll remove the threads.
Every one of them is in charge of different things. They just show up at their time.
I'm having my lunch break now, so I can come over and make them. I'll make as many as I can.
Zheng Yumei's company is just around here, so she comes at her lunchtime and also after work.
I can sleep well at night because I used to nap after lunch, but not anymore. After I go home and take a shower, I just want to lie down and sleep.
Volunteer Zhang Shufen makes the best use of her spare time.
I write back immediately if something urgent comes up, because it's near here. If someone wants to pick up their goods, I must rush back.
She may be busy in her company in the last second. And in the next second, she has finished her work. Zhang Shufen owns a cleaning company, so she is extremely busy. She grasps her time and comes to sew cloth masks. These ladies never stop for a minute and are now willing to stop. They rather give of themselves.
These sisters are very determined, so I must praise them happily. I'm very proud of them.
The global outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic has continued to increase the number of confirmed cases. Tzu Chi has obtained permission from the Malaysian Ministry of Health to produce face shields during the movement control order. Volunteers have stood by to support the frontline medical team.
Keeping social distancing, wearing masks, gloves, and headcloth are the preventative measures that every Tzu Chi volunteer needs to follow when they go to Jinshi Hall in Kuala Lumpur to make face strips.
We space every desk at a distance of 1 meter, so we try not to pull people together, but keep them at a certain distance.
I saw from the news that some medical personnel got infected because of helping patients. Actually, I feel pity for them. I'm grateful to have this chance to help make a face shield so as to reduce their risk of the infection.
Stay at home. It's very important to maintain the social distancing, and that so that it doesn't stress out our healthcare system. And most important is right now we have to protect those people working in the hospital first.
During this critical moment, the medical professionals stay at front lines to protect others selflessly. Volunteers make vows to be their support. Apart from taking care of their own health, they also give to those people who are in need. Considering medical professionals are in contact with patients for a long time, volunteers divided the face strips into batches and sent them to the hospitals, government, and private clinics which were in need.
Thank you, Tzu Chi, for helping us during this difficult time. Everyone should unite together, regardless of races and religions, to fight this COVID-19.
I'm very touched because not all people are willing to share and take care of the frontline medical personnel. I'm really impressed and grateful to you.
We hope that through this love from Tzu Chi, the medical professionals at frontlines will hang on there and the epidemic will end soon so that everyone can resume a peaceful life. In Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, there is a refugee shelter facing financial difficulties and food shortage as the government implemented movement control order. After assessing their conditions, city volunteers brought daily supplies and food to help them get through the tough times.
Located in Padang Perdana, Kuala Lumpur, Keicho's shelter home is a shelter for refugees. Currently, they've taken in 35 refugees.
We are facing like coronavirus 19, so we are facing the difficult these times. So I worry about the future for the patients. I try to approach Tzu Chi. Please consider for our situations and our patients' conditions.
The underprivileged refugees are facing a more difficult time because of the epidemic.
As the government implements the movement control order, the center director and other people cannot find jobs outside and obtain daily supplies. 35 families live in the center, including 11 children. They all face food shortage and desperately need food.
当中呢，就有11个是小孩，那他们都面对缺粮啊，就是没有食物吃哈。Any other NGO that is supporting you in running this home?
Any NGO? Well, we don't have like NGO. So only for rental bill only.
So the rental is by the more needy.
Upon learning of their difficulty, city volunteers went to assess their conditions. Then they went to a nearby supermarket to purchase supplies to help them get through the tough times. Although the volunteers and refugees are from different countries, they have reached out to the needy, showing the spirit of mutual help.
We are very thankful to the Tzu Chi family.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Northridge, California has solicited masks and international donations. And recently, they donated 800 masks to the Medical Center of the University of Southern California to help medical staff at the front line and 24 masks to the police of the Los Angeles Police Department.
2,000? Okay, we'll begin with 2,000 of them.
These medical masks on the table came from the people of Los Angeles and Tzu Chi volunteers. As more and more cases are being recorded in the United States, the volunteers are packing them for the Los Angeles Police Department.
The police are put on the most dangerous front line, but they don't have any protection. However, they are in contact with all kinds of people, sick people, the elderly, and children. They cannot refuse not to serve the public.
They're all going to be involved with the community and with each other, working in hand, try to help with this. So we really appreciate the donation and the assistance from everyone in the community and in your organization that helped our department.
The volunteers also bring masks to the medical center of the University of Southern California to help the medical staff.
Everyone got their masks from their own homes in 20s or 30s, and together we collected 744 masks, and we had brought them to the USC yesterday.
While the pandemic is still widespread, Tzu Chi volunteers do their best to help the frontliners to win this war against COVID-19.
In our continuing series about women in the workforce, we meet La Yunru. After studying business in college, she became interested in the energy-saving industry. Now she frequently visited construction sites, taking notes on mechanical data as she pursued her very special dream job.
At noon, the sun is hot on the skin, and at the construction site, it can be quite surprising to see a woman with a ponytail working here.
We have to come at least once a month for the data on this machinery installed.
La Yunru works for an energy-saving company, and when entering and leaving any site and recording energy-saving rates is part of her daily duties.
The temperature is very high when the sun shines directly on you, so if you stand here for just a moment, you will start to sweat.
At the age of 24, Lai Unru is a graduate from business department with no mechanical and electrical engineering foundation. She learned everything after starting her job.
目前是50赫兹在跑。
电瓶器嘛，原本是60，然后50，所以。
The city's electric supply, subtracted by power reduction number and then divided by the total energy used, results in a current energy saving rate of about 31%. Every month, we will calculate what our average energy saving rate.
Communicating mainly through data and numbers, her professional analysis has made her become an indispensable member of the company.
31
PB 值再去计算之后，再去做一个修正。
PB 哦，好。
She is part of our frontline staff, and after she does a check, we come in, and everything goes more smoothly.
She can explain the entire process and communicate with customers about our new technology.
This male-dominated profession rarely has roles for women, but she has turned this into an advantage. After work, her mother is busy in the kitchen, cooking vegetarian noodles and frying eggs. This mother and daughter are enjoying a meal at the table.
If the lesson is postponed, you have to read books for the third month.
The recent topic at the table revolves around her participation in Tzu Chi volunteer training. Her mother, who is already a volunteer, nods with satisfaction as she takes out the book identified by her.
I kept asking her about when she will do Tzu Chi training. She rejected by saying that was something for adults. But later she went to a Tzu Chi camp and told me, "Mom, I have made a vow to do training." I said, "Okay, then you can do it." I act quite normal, but actually inside I was very happy.
Getting together like friends, they visit vulnerable families together during holidays.
对，这个你的，啊，这件妹妹的。
Taking a special interest in children, besides providing care, she also helps children with their studies.
这两个哪一个的单位是元？5，所以5要放在前面。看不出来她是单亲吗？
You can't tell she is from a single-parent home. Her mother's education and cultivation of her personality has been very good. When she accompanies children in Tzu Chi camps, leading Chi Chings and Chi shouts, her mother can see her former self.
以前的身影。
Starting at the age of 18, she began participating in Tzu Chi activities, the most important event each year, accompanying overseas volunteers.
Big one and small one? Yes. Oh, yeah.
A bright smile helps her communicate with others, not just those in her own community, but also those from the international community. Her cheerful attitude is like sunshine, allowing those around her to feel illuminated and powerful.
Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters volunteers visited hospitals in the Chinese community with antivirus supplies to care for the medical team and patients. Take a look and see you next time.